All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Yahweh Kwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Pyramid Stone. Shalom to the elect pushing this word in truth and in sincerity, with the hope of receiving mercy of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai is the name of His only begotten Son. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites according to the prophecies that are written in the scriptures. I want to make it known that the RFID microchip is the MOTB. I want to repeat that once more. The RFID microchip is the MOTB. The serpent juice is the precursor to the MOTB. Yahweh Shai, whom dwelling near they call Jesus, is about to make his return upon the earth to deliver his elect and to pour out judgment as it is written. So I'm gonna play a clip, A young lady said she got a vision, and in this vision she saw the MOTB being pushed. So I just want to dive straight into it, but before that I want to bring forth this precept. This is Joel 2 verse 28. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams, and your young men shall see vision. And also upon the servants and handmaid, and upon the handmaid in those days will I pour out my spirit. And I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillar of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and terrible day of Yahweh come. And we are seeing so much prophecy coming to pass right now, from signs in the heavens to signs upon the earth. We are naked in a short of signs. So I want to run this clip. As the Lord said, I'm going to pour it in His Spirit upon all flesh. So let's listen to this.
I wanted to fall to my knees, but I couldn't move. It wasn't fear that paralyzed me, but an overwhelming sense of awe. Then He spoke, and His voice was like rushing waters and a gentle breeze all at once. Aurelia, He said, His voice tender yet commanding, you are here for a reason. There is something I must show you, something you must tell the world. Before I could speak, the scene shifted. It was as if I was transported into the near future. I found myself standing in a bustling city, surrounded by towering screens and holographic billboards. They were advertising tiny devices, chips that people could have implanted in their hands or foreheads. The ads were flashy and persuasive, promising a life of convenience, security, and connection. The next...
I wonder if you hear that. This is the vision that this young lady got. You hear what kind of life, you hear what's promised to you if you receive this chip. As well as I always say, you have a big shaking up coming, because all these Israelite groups, your congregation is gonna ask you in the times to come about the RFID microchip, because it's gonna be mandated, and they're gonna push it like it's something very profitable for you at first. So a lot of people are gonna willingly take it, but the reality it is gonna be mandated. So show who is with the system and who is not. So you see where them promise you safety and security and convenience. Well, let's continue listening.
Step in human evolution, the tagline said. People flocked to clinics to get these implants. Young couples, elderly grandparents, even parents with children in tow. It'll make life so much easier, I heard one woman say. Another man added, No more wallets or keys, no more identity theft. It's perfect. At first, it looked harmless, even helpful. They call it progress, Jesus said, his voice
Even helpful, yo. And that's how Esau come at people. Because people are going to believe that this is for their benefit. Not to know that this is a form of control. And the worst form of control there is, yo. And then I'm going to realize that when it's too late.
Heavy with sadness. They think it will bring connection and safety, but it's a lie. The scene shifted again. Now I saw John.
But it's a lie. Let's go into the scriptures, yo. And I'm not going to believe the lie there. Majority of the Earth's population, mainly you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, yo. Oh gosh. Let me change it. Okay, yeah, I just remember. First Thessalonians. First or second? I believe in 2 Thessalonians 2. I'm going to start at verse 8. This is 2 Thessalonians 2, verse 8. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the workings of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. And this is a part of the lying wonders. Now, we're not see now. Even though I get reports of certain drones in the sky. Don't surprise Esau of drones up in the sky, yo. So look here. But you want to push a certain narrative. Verse 10. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. When the servants of Yahweh Shimon Shai was out there on the highways and byways, bidding you to do marriage, warning you of the pending destruction of the RFID microchip is going to be used to control your movements, your action in general. When you were warned about that, you disregard the MOTB, believing that these things now come to pass, believing that the Bible is a fairy tale. But in the love, scripture says the love, not the truth. Verse 11. And for this cause God shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. So not gonna believe a lie. And one of the lie what now get told is that this device is profitable for only you. It's in the best interest to take this device, which is a lie. Verse 12, that they all might be damned. And but this is going to make them be what? Damned. Who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. So I'm not going to believe this lie when it get told.
Now I saw giant advertisements everywhere. They promoted these devices as the future, promising to stop identity theft, help fight crime, and protect children. People lined up to get them, excited for how much easier life would be. At first, the chips seemed like a good idea. Governments made them mandatory for workers, and soon private companies.
Whoa. Government made them mandatory for workers. So it's going to start with the government first. So they look mandatory for workers. Then which part? The private sector?
These joined in. Eventually, everyone had to have one. Without it, people couldn't buy food, go to the doctor, or even enter buildings. What started as helpful quickly became a way to control everyone.
Did that just go ahead? Where did you hear that before? Now they'll be able to buy food. Let's see where I heard. I know I've heard that somewhere before. This is Revelation 13, verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and caused that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. I'll break down that word mark so much, from the word charagma to charax to grapho, the different stages of that trip. And this lady paint a perfect picture of the dream that she had, because this is according to the scriptures, yo.
Everyone. Jesus turned to me, his face serious. Even some of my followers will believe this is good, but accepting this mark has a price, an eternal one. It's a choice. Will they trust me or the world's systems? My heart raced as he spoke. This wasn't some far-off warning. It was happening now, and I had to tell people about it. Before I could think more, Jesus
if it was possible, them would have deceived the very elect. But that is impossible, yo. That is impossible. And if you're a true follower of Yahweh Shemi Yoshai, you're not going to trust in that, yo. You're going to reject it, and you're going to trust in Yahweh Shemi Yoshai.
Reached out again, and the vision changed. Now, I was in a boardroom with government leaders and business executives. They were discussing how to make the chips universal. On the screen behind them were charts showing rising poverty, crime, and economic problems. One man stood up and held a tiny chip, no bigger than a grain of rice. This, he said, is the answer. It will stop fraud, protect kids, and keep our borders secure. Imagine a world.
Listen, all of the so-called benefits that what them just hear, yo. If you hear the benefits them just declared, this is how them are going to push these devices on people.
Where no one can be kidnapped or lost. This isn't just technology. It's the key to peace and safety. The room erupted in applause. But
soon as them start to peace and safety, then sudden destruction commit upon them as travaileth upon a woman with child.
Inside, I felt sick. Jesus' voice came again, calm but sad. It starts with good intentions, he said. They'll promise safety and unity. Fear will push people to accept it. The scene changed once more. Now I was in a massive stadium. A powerful leader stood on a stage, surrounded by religious figures from all faiths. The leader spoke passionately about ending wars and solving the world's problems. This isn't just a device, he said, raising his hand to show the glowing chip under his skin. It's progress. Together, we're creating a better future. The crowd cheered wildly. Religious leaders, Christian pastors, Muslim imams, Hindu gurus, and others stood behind him, nodding in agreement. Their approval made people trust him even more. What started as optional soon became mandatory. Without the implant, people couldn't enter certain buildings, access their bank accounts, or even buy groceries. It became the only system for healthcare, education, and basic services. I saw Christians, some confused, others desperate, debating whether to get it. It's not the mark of the beast, one pastor reassured his congregation. It's just technology. The vision darkened, and I saw the consequences of resisting. Those who refused the implant were ostracized. Employers fired them. Banks froze their accounts. Children from faithful families faced bullying at school. I saw a mother holding her crying child, denied medical treatment because they didn't have the implant. Tears filled my eyes as I watched families torn apart. Husbands begging wives to reconsider. Friends turning on each other. Co-workers distancing themselves from the troublemakers. The scene shifted again. Now I saw a young mother, pleading with her boss. I can't take the chip, she said, tears streaming down her face. My faith won't allow it. Her boss shook his head. I'm sorry, but without it, we can't keep you on payroll. Jesus turned to me. This is how it will begin. Slowly, quietly, until it controls everything. Food, healthcare, education. Those who refuse will be cast out, but those who trust me will endure. I wanted to look away, but I couldn't. The truth was too stark, too horrifying. Yet even in this vision of chaos, there was hope. Jesus' presence radiated peace, reminding me that those who remained faithful would not be abandoned. Yet, amid this chaos, a small group of believers stood firm. They created alternative communities, learning to grow their own food, trade goods without money, and rely on each other. They gathered in secret to pray and worship, their faith unshaken. These were the faithful, Jesus said, the ones who would endure. Then Jesus spoke again, his voice heavy with urgency. Aurelia.
Alright, so even in a vision, let's just say them plant them own the vision that could just represent sustainability, the Lord that will sustain us. Because in the times to come out, the Lord that will provide for us to eat, And better believe in the can plant up farms and these things in the times to come, make a sad mistake, That's why let me close on this note, though. Because that's why I'm not going to make this video too long. This is Isaiah 65, verse 12. We read, "Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Therefore thus saith Yahweh, Behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit." And that is the times that we're coming in which Yahweh shall keep his servants here. And those that follow this system and go receive that mark, this is the judgment foretold. And for all who trust in this system, and consent unto this way. So this is Revelation 4, verse 14, verse 9. "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascend up forever and ever, and they had no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whomsoever receiveth the mark of his name." Enough people when they talk to them and tell them about trip, "Oh, me not on a trip, but anytime food get involved and them can't eat, can't provide for them family, it's a different tune. Enough people are gonna sing. So hope this was edifying, I heard this clip and bring out a lot of precept in mind, but I didn't want to make this video very long. So with that I want to say Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Kodash, Shalom.